I'll start. So I'll jump in. So Terry, I was doing some personal training today outdoors, and there's this Chinaman who's always there in the afternoon doing his singing, and he like sings for about an hour, and it's not very good singing at all. And the irritate, like I could see how well I'm traveling sometimes, depending on how irritating that gets. So a lot of the time it just travels through, but then like this afternoon, it's the mind was kicking off about the sound, and it's arguing with the sound, and got sucked into that a little bit. So yeah, it's just the mind complaining. It's just continually seeing through that, isn't it? As it just seeing that it's just the mind complaining, and it's the mind's not experiencing it, but it's trying to say it is experiencing that annoying sound.
That's a really interesting point. Something's hearing it, isn't it?
Mm.
And that's hearing it, is that doing the complaining?
Well, no. No, it's not.
So there's a sound being heard, whatever the sound is, doesn't matter what it is, but there's a sound being heard. Yeah. And then the mind steps in and makes up a story about the sound.
Mm. What if the sound's really bad?
Well, that brings us back to,
doesn't matter.
When you've got what's that saying? What's that? The student asks, I'm trying to remember what it anyway. The student asks the Zen master, if there's nobody there, how do you know what to do next? And the Zen master says, well, it really just depends which way the wind's blowing.
Mm. Yep.
If it annoys you badly enough, you'll just move.
Oh, okay.
You'll just be moved.
Mm. Mm.
Why sit there and resist it?
Mm. I think there was that thing like, well, if there's no one there, then there shouldn't be an annoyance.
Yeah. But like
who's getting annoyed?
Yeah. There's still going to appear to be preference.
Mm. Okay.
You'll either be attracted to something or repelled. Or neutral.
Mm. Yeah, if you're training someone, you can't actually get up and leave though. You got to stay where you got to endure it. You got to endure it for the hour.
I don't know. Ask the person you're training, is it pissing them off too?
Yeah. I just put some music on and turned up my music.
Yeah. Does he appear to be enjoying it?
Yes.
Get into that.
Him enjoying it.
The enjoyment.
Mm.
I mean, if it was a 3 or a 4-year-old singing, and they're completely tone deaf, but you could see the 3 or 4-year-old was really like having a wow of a time just singing, really enjoying the singing. You're going to shut down the 3 or 4-year-old, or walk out the door, or walk away, or
no.
You'd get off on the child in really, really enjoying itself, really enjoying the singing.
a different tact.
Well, then it's not about you. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that.
I guess my point is, if there was, given the me as being seen through 5,000 times and experienced 5,000 times as not existing, if that incident comes and it appears to come up, it's sort of like, that was the analysis, like, oh, why is that reaction there?
Yeah.
Which is just another thought.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to become thoughtless.
No. But wouldn't the thought just go through and you just go, well, that's clear, that's nothing to do with me, that's just a thought?
Yeah,
And that's
maybe.
okay. Okay.
Thoughts are still handy.
Yep.
They're still handy. It's all inclusive. You can't separate anything out. It's all just happening.
Yeah.
It's not a person there having the thought, oh, I can't stand the sound of that Chinaman's voice. That just arose. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
And then there's preference around that. And then we go,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
I'd rather not be having that. And it sounds like because that thought's there must be a me here and there's resistance. It should just be able to go through. And then the big, massive story gets built up around that.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just a spontaneous thought I had no input in with to anyway.
Just the trick is just leave it alone.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's arising. Okay.
Mm. No.
See, absolutely presently, you'd find the joy in that. It would just show. It's such the fact that we're alive, the fact that we're conscious, the fact that we are aware. And then you see this Chinaman that's singing away. And is he singing in English or Chinese?
Yeah, foreign language.
How do you know he's a bad singer then?
Because it sounds horrible.
Maybe to you.
It's like a cat being strangled sometimes. But you're right. It's a highlight of his life. I think he's an old man. It's good for his soul. So.
And you know, yeah.
Yeah.
To see somebody enjoying themselves is really profoundly beautiful.
Mm. Mm.
That joy is just arising. It's not a person there that's enjoying. The joy just arises.
Mm.
It's the recognition of that. Yeah, you're right. The mind will step in. It'll go, make up a big. Mind will always do that. Always steps in and makes up a big story.
Mm.
All in reference to itself. Yeah. It's only mind that says, I wish that guy'd go away. It's not a person there saying that.
Mm.
Yeah. The hearing doesn't comment. But joy recognizes joy. Absolutely. Love recognizes love. Just purely the recognition of self.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Chinaman singing in the park, singing out of tune or whatever it was that was grating you up the wrong way was you, my friend.
What? Sorry.
That Chinaman
Yeah.
that was singing in the park,
Yeah.
that was singing out of tune
Yeah.
and grating you up the wrong way,
Yeah.
that Chinaman is you.
Oh, is this? Yeah. Is me? Yeah. We're the same. Yeah. I think because some days you can go there and it doesn't bother you at all, and you're in that space, and other days it completely does. So it's always just falling into identification with the mind, isn't it? So that's
It's not even that. It's just the mind telling a story.
yeah, yeah,
That's all. There's no one there to fall into identification with, or it's just the mind telling a story.
yeah.
Who cares?
It's always those secondary thoughts, isn't it? The first thought, there's nothing wrong with it. It's the ones that want to step in and
Yeah,
have an opinion on the first thought.
yeah. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Now we've got a story going.
Yeah.
And that's all just happening.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you.
Mm. What always trumps the mind is the absolute recognition of presence, is the absolute recognition of consciousness, being, awareness, love, joy, beauty trumps the mind every time. You want to shut the mind up? Recognize all of that.
Mm.